Hey guys, just wanted to make I know I talked about it before and I never got around to it. Just wanted to make a video kind of going over nuances of my team. I guess I've done some kind of with like a walkthrough of how I beat as Guardians, but I wanted to talk about the more finer points to this team, things that I do that people wouldn't necessarily catch up on right off the bat. But I want to do it in Blitz because then I can talk about it as I do it and not have to worry about time, really. Um, but I just think there's a lot of little things to some of these teams that people wouldn't normally be able to explain, or I always forget when I'm in the middle of making one. So, Greg's not really a big deal. I just kind of aim my heal block at whoever I think is going to heal or be the biggest pain, or if I plan on spreading. So here, Luke Cage has a ton of health, or since we have a Wolverine on the end and Thanos also has a ton of health, we can pop him on Thanos. And then we'll just stack all our debuffs on him. One thing we got to be careful of is that, so this is another thing, just try to think ahead when I do this. So Thanos, he's pretty slow, and I don't really care if he taunts. But if this Hulk taunts, then I won't get to spread. It really just depends on who goes first. Symbiote Spider-Man's basic is one of the ones that I try to utilize to the best of my ability, right? Like try to maximize it because I have it tier 4, so he always hits 3 times. So if I do Thanos here, there's a chance he hits Thanos, Wolverine, then Thanos again, or he could go the other way, Thanos, Luke Cage, and then either back to Thanos or um, over to Punisher. So when everybody's in play, it doesn't matter too much because it's got a little bit more of a unpredictability factor to it. So I'm actually going to disrupt this. Well, nah, let's spread. I think Venom's going to go first. That's what it looks like. So we're going to spread, and then we'll spread again. Boom. Trying to think of how I can actually show Spider-Man's. Well, I'm not going to be able to now. Everybody's dying too fast. Uh, so one of the things I was trying to get lined up to show you, which I ended up kind of screwing that up anyways, is in raid. Sometimes you'll have two, like if you'll have a gap in between Luke Cage and Hulk like that, they won't chain together. But if there's another person over here behind Hulk, and I were to hit him with the basic, it can't be countered, so I don't have to worry about countering. And if it's dodged, the chain continues, so it doesn't disrupt the chain. So if there was a person behind Hulk, and I wanted to do more damage to Hulk, then I would start my chain on Hulk. I would hit him, and it would bounce from him to the second person back to him. Always, it would always do that. Or vice versa. Like for instance, I will do that a lot of times if I have somebody like a Jessica Jones where it's really hard to get a debuff to stick, because that'll give me 2 chances to put defense down on her. It'll go Jessica Jones, whoever's close, back to Jessica Jones. But that's one of the nuances I do. That's actually one of the biggest ones, one of the most predictable ones. The other I can't really show you now, but this right here. Attack a primary target. If primary target has negative effects, chain to 1 to 2 targets. This will not chain if you attack somebody that doesn't have debuffs on them. So that's another thing that I think gets overlooked a lot. But if I'm going to use his basic, I always try to aim. It doesn't matter where, but I always try to aim at somebody who has debuffs. Otherwise, it doesn't chain. we'll go ahead and end this because there's not much else I can show you on that. So those are a couple of the little nuances that I try to do. As more come up, I'll make sure that I explain those as well, and maybe I'll try to fit them all in one video. It's just a little hard in some modes, so like raid, because you're timed, which makes it a little difficult to record a video on. So blitz is oftentimes the best way to do it, but then stuff like this happens where they just die too fast. So, anyways, that's going to do it for this one. I'll catch you on the next one. See y'all.